And this is Scott Silverstein, and this is Hangout number one, a breakthrough in print marketing. We are in the company of Caleb Tower from Massachusetts. He owns P3 Software, and next to him is Mark Campbell, who has some exciting information to share about bags. And next, Vince Milardi, who is the chairman of the Print Buyers Brokers International Association. And now our special guest today is Mark Campbell. He's the inventor. Am I right, Mark? You invented, designed, created, I want to say, one beautiful bag. And on that, I'll turn it over to you.
A lot of people don't realize it, but high-end quality paper bags are made by hand in China. And if it has a decorative collar or has an insert in the bottom of the bag, a cardboard reinforced insert in the bottom of the bag, it has surely been put together by hand. A number of years ago, I created a machine to simulate the whole handmade process, so we can deliver about 3,000 bags an hour with 2 employees versus 500 employees making these bags by hand. So in the process of this whole plastic bag dilemma that's going on in the world, whereby they're being banned, I thought that how do I get our paper bags into the grocery stores versus the other alternative, which is a brown craft paper bag to replace plastic bags. So I came up with a concept whereby we can print high quality advertisements on the outside of the bag, and rather than have what is a typical 2-inch collar on the inside of the bag, we've taken that collar and we've draped it inside the bag 9 inches, and we've perforated coupons and recipe cards. So the premise of the concept is that we can sell the advertising space and the coupon and the recipe card space on the inside of the bag for pennies. Because the real estate on the paper bag is so significant, we can get a number of different companies to pay for it, and then the grocery store gets the bag for free. And in the case of California, where a lot of jurisdictions have a mandatory 10-cent charge for brown craft paper bags, the grocer could get these bags for free from us. We drive our revenue stream from the advertisers. They in turn sell them for 10 cents and put that in their pocket as a profit center. So we've basically turned the paper bag business from a cost center into a profit center. We piloted what we call a community bag. Right now, the particular bag that you're looking at is for our largest grocery store in Canada, which is Loblaw, and this is one of their banners, No Frills. California, on the other hand, is a perfect market for this product. Hawaii, potentially, and of course Texas is starting to ban their plastic bags. This particular one that you see is specifically for a grocer. This bag is for a community. The initiative here was that we would sell ad space to State Farm, local agents, mortgage brokers, real estate agents, restaurants. Anybody who would be in a local newspaper would be a potential candidate to be advertising on this particular bag. On the inside would be coupons. The investment from the advertisers is significantly lower than what it would be in a traditional newspaper. The coupons pop out, the consumer redeems those coupons, takes advantage of them. The bag lives for about 3 or 4 months. It can be used 10 to 20 times. It's a heavy weighted material, very durable. The advertising on the outside of the bag is like a walking billboard. It's a continuous ad space, and it's very inexpensive in comparison to being in a new local newspaper or a magazine where you leaf through the magazine, you see it, and you move on. This bag lives on the street and in your house for, as I say, 2 or 3 months. This is basically a promotional bag whereby we made these bags giant craft dinner or giant Cheerios box. And the idea here is to have people having these bags walking down the street, in the subways, on the streetcars, and so on in the cities. And then, of course, on the inside, it would all be specifically craft coupons, or in case of Cheerios, it would be General Mills coupons specifically. And these would be not store specific. What we're looking for in the United States, of course, are some hotshot sales reps who want to expand their marketplace or expand their offering in a neighborhood whereby they are selling ad space in a certain area, putting together the ads and the artwork. They would be compensated handsomely for it. That's the general concept. I guess it's sort of like a There's a couple companies. I think Velasas has a model similar to this, whereby they've got dealer agents who are building up a certain business market in a certain area, selling ads and so on and so forth. So it's sort of a similar concept. But with our particular product, we view this as a bagvitizer, but it's advertising with function. The bags are 100% post-consumer recycled material. The paper is made in Montreal. It's made by Cascades, which is probably the most environmentally friendly mill in probably North America, certainly in Canada. They don't bleach. They don't. They use biogas from a local mill or local dump that they pull their methane gas from to power their mill. So it's a pretty impressive environmental story, and it's just a unique advertising vehicle that's never been done before. So we hold 4 patents on the fold patterns and the perforations and so on.
Are you looking for people to sell the advertising or get these vehicles sold into the supermarket?
In terms of the community bag, which I was referring to, which is a small run, 15,000 bag run, someone can either do it 2 ways. It could be one single distribution channel, like a one store. So if there's a grocery store it's a single grocery store, it's owner operated. You walk into the store, the president of the company, the owner of the company is actually stocking the shelves, and you can have a conversation with them, and you can say, can you handle 15,000 free bags? Then we can build the bag around that particular store and build all the advertising around that particular store. So people that are shopping at that, if it's Mark Campbell's grocery store, we design the bag for Mark Campbell's grocery store, and all the ads, the bank across the parking lot is on the bag, the mortgage broker who works just down the street is on the bag, the real estate agent that shops at that particular store is on the bag. So we certainly can build a distribution channel around that. You can also build a distribution channel around variety stores, which are on every street corner. They go through about 500 bags a month, so that's pretty easy. When it comes to the major players, like the Safeways, I'm by no stretch of the imagination discounting that. Well, it's a major contract, and it will take time to sell the concept into Safeway.
Here in Hawaii, we don't have plastic bags anymore, and you have to buy a paper bag or carry this stuff out, which is not very easy to do unless you want to just take your shopping cart and throw everything in the trunk of your car, which is what I wind up doing because nobody has been habituated yet to bagless grocery shopping. We still are used to just going into the store and they put it in a sack and we're out of there. And invariably, even though we've got a whole trunk full of empty bags.
As you suggested, Hawaii, the legislation is they have to charge 10 cents, and that charge does not cover the cost. A brown craft paper bag in volume is 13 cents, not in volume is 15 cents. That price will just continue to ratchet up. So there is definitely a lost proposition for every grocery store, and it's a significant one. When we talk about a small independent grocer, perhaps 15,000 bags, if they sell it for 10 cents, that's $1,500 free dollars every single month in that owner's pocket just by taking our bag versus buying a brown craft utility bag. We've tried to design it so that it's compelling for the grocer to take on the product. The one particular bag that we had that you showed with the blue stripes, it's a generic bag. So that bag was designed to be in that variety store, in that fruit market, in the grocery store down the street.
As I understand it, Mark, the broker or printer would be able to get a template from your site and then actually plug in the ads.
Each individual store or advertiser is going to want to see their own little PDF proof that spelling's right, the phone number's right, so on and so forth. And then when we get the artwork to go to press, all that proofing will have to be done by the dealer themselves locally.
Would the proof be imposed, Mark, so that I could, for example, with an X-Acto knife, to use old technology, fabricate the bag to show it to people, or at least...
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Very, very simple. Yeah. All the die line will be there. The fold will be on there so they can follow the fold.
Right.
Run around, show it to everybody, get everyone to sign off, and then we get the file, we print it, we make it, ship it down. Pretty simple.
So what's the money on this look like?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Well, the large ads on the outside of the bag, we're charging 5 cents for those large ads per bag. So for 50, if you're doing a community bag, it's $750 for an outside bag or an outside ad. And remember, unlike a local newspaper or magazine, this has a 3 to 4 month lifespan from a marketing perspective. The inside coupons, we've got 22 coupons and/or recipe cards or just simple advertisements. We charge 2 cents for those.
How do you get to the coupons inside of the bag? Do they pop out? It's like a double construction of some kind?
It's part of the bag, but it's perforated. They're all perforated.
And then
so
you can take one coupon out and leave the rest of them in the bag, right?
If you want to, yeah. Or you just pop them all out and reuse the bag 20 times.
Typical campaign is 15,000 bags, and whoever's buying the bags would pay what? What would be the price for those bags?
So if I'm a real estate agent working for Remax, I want to be on that bag. It's 5 cents per bag, which is $750 if we're doing 15,000 bags. If you're on the side panel or the gusset, it's only 3 cents. And if you're on the inside of the bag, which is card, it's 2 cents. So the top line number is $1.01. We charge 65 cents. So if the dealer broker is a super sales rep, he can make the difference between 65 cents and $1.01. If he's a crappy sales rep and he sells 66 cents, then he's made a whopping penny on the deal. But we get the first 65 cents for production. And that basically is how it works.
You want 65 cents per bag once it's done, right?
Correct.
But it doesn't make any difference what I charge for the ads. I could charge more than your suggested price, right?
If these numbers come in 6 months and they're incredibly positive, then 5 cents could be 6 cents. And 2 cents for a coupon could be 3 cents. So, but we can't really get too aggressive. And we've sort of modeled it after the local newspapers up here in terms of what the pricing structure is. And we've modeled it similar to theirs, but yet we've reduced the prices. We're a little bit lower than a typical magazine or local newspaper.
I mean, if you had, sort of a comparably sized, I don't know, quarter-page ad, what would that cost in a community newspaper?
A quarter-page ad on the inside of Snap, it's about $950. A full-page ad is $1,700 on the inside cover of that particular community newspaper.
What's the reach on that?
Anywhere between 12,500 to 20,000.
So suppose it's 15,000 and they're paying $1,500 for it. That's 10 cents an eyeball, right? Or 10 cents an impression. And not only are these bags at half that cost, but they're also probably more visible than a full page on the inside of your community newspaper.
I mean, in-home advertising is what we also sort of compared it to in terms of your junk mail flyers that hit your mailbox on a daily basis. We compared the pricing structure from that perspective as well. And the beauty of this bag, and the genius of this bag, is that the consumer actually is the postal service. So they're actually bringing this in-home marketing advertising opportunity to their own home. They're carrying it themselves versus having the U.S. Postal Service or the Canadian Postal Service do it. In Canada, for a postcard for a realtor, it's 12.6 cents for them just to carry it to your mailbox. Then you have to print it, trim it. You have to do the postal code system to ensure the postal codes are all bundled properly. So there's a little bit of paying attention from that perspective. And they're upwards of 20 to 25 cents for just a basic junk mail piece of in-home delivery. Rather than the post office delivering it directly to your home, we have these big postal services that will be at the end of the street. So 15 families will go to that one postal center. They have blue boxes, which are recycled boxes for the junk mail. So it literally goes into the guy's postal box. The guy opens with a key, opens up for his post mail. He stands there. He takes all the junk mail. He throws it into the blue box, and then walks away with all the legitimate mail. So it doesn't even get into their homes in some cases. This bag is advertising with function. The consumer has to bring it into their house because they have to get their groceries home. And it's taken in a lot of cases it's taken back out into the street to go back grocery shopping again because it's such a heavy construction. People feel guilty about throwing it away right away. They think, oh, this bag is too nice, it's too good for me to throw it away, so I need to reuse it again. So it has a long life.
How does the store get paid to use the bags?
If they are in a jurisdiction where the law mandates they have to pay 10 cents, and most of California is in that, and Hawaii.
Oh, they save on that.
Yeah, they cannot give away bags. They're mandated to sell them for 10 cents.
Why is that?
They want people to use the reusable bags. So, and that's why we've made this bag with a very high quality, 100% post-consumer recycled material. It's very heavy and durable, so people can also reuse these bags. And the hope is that, from the advertiser's perspective, is that they use them, a consumer uses them, and then takes them out in the marketplace and uses them again, takes them back out, uses them again, so they really get a lot of eyeballs looking at the ads. So that's the objective. It's very unique and very different.
I'm totally impressed with this product. I think it has a tremendous amount of potential.
Well, everybody could go, their members, go to pbba.org and then just type Mark Campbell in the field, or Mark can give right now his website address for people to jot down and get in touch with him. This is a real opportunity. Having to live in a place now where we have to use these paper bags, I very much see what a transformational effect it's having on people. We've only been in it for about 4 months now. It's really changed the way people live and how they shop. It's quite amazing, and we're all not used to it yet. And I think it's a great opportunity for brokers, especially in environmentally sensitive areas. This is ideal, and I think it's a real winner. I'm going to put it in the hot markets study for 2014 as a great new idea.
It sounds like a great opportunity. It's just the kind of thing that an entrepreneurial guy could take and run with. So I see a lot of potential for it, even in markets where the bags aren't mandated. I could see this taking off.
I'd like to personally thank Caleb and Mark and Vince for hopping on this show number 1, Breakthrough in Print Marketing, a experiment in truly putting a face on one's marketing effort using business hangouts on air technology on the Google platform. And I'm going to end the broadcast. Thank you all for coming.